theme. Sid's theme song. Boom, 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 bro, that. So welcome back to the official, unofficial Motion Blur podcast here at the arcade. I've kind of got away from doing my face-to-face, like my voiceover discussion type videos like this, because I've been so caught up of doing these long playthroughs, which take forever to edit, let alone record. But I've had Final Fantasy XVI on my mind the last 2 weeks. I've actually went back in and started replaying it because I told myself at the end of the year I wanted to jump back in off camera and replay it again. And I'm watching my boy Hollow play it as well. But as I've started to play it, I also have a lot more questions about the ending, a lot more questions about the future, which is a potential DLC, and the biggest question of them all, will it be nominated for Game of the Year award, as I think it should be, even though this is a super stacked year. Now also, so obviously this is going to be a spoiler video. If you haven't completed the game yet, definitely tell you to click off the video, drop a like before you leave, and come back later once you completed the game. But it's been out multiple months at this point again, but I know everyone's backlog is a bit crazy right now, so apologize for not having everything lit up. If you've been watching me for a while, it's Sunday, time went back, it's all bad right now, but I had to get these thoughts out and on camera to see what the feedback would be. As of right now, it's still hard for me to go back and replay this game, just because the emotional toll that it took on me. If you watch my playthrough, which is still my best work of the year in my opinion, it's 12-hour video finale of all the boss battles and the ending, and it just ripped me to absolute shreds. And that's just from childhood trauma of me losing my brother. And as I mentioned in that video, I lost my brother in a similar way. I mean, I wasn't fighting Ultima, but as he was dying, he was 13.
Enough, Clive. My body is too far gone. Thank you, Clive, for being my brother.
I had him in my arms just like Clyde had Joshua. Just stuff I think about every day of my life for the last, I don't know, 10, 15 years, however long it's been. That shit just, oh my God. That's why it's hard for me to replay it, because I know that's coming up eventually. When people ask me, what's your game of the year? You know, last week I said it was going to be Spider-Man. A few weeks ago I said it was going to be Armored Core 6. So it's like a recency bias, because when you're playing the game and you're so like drowned in it because you've been living it for hours and days and weeks, you know, that's what's at the front of your mind. But when I take a step back, I'm like, okay, what really brought just shattered me, or just really gave me the emotion? And it was definitely Final Fantasy 16. But I definitely have less replayability for Final Fantasy 16, just for one, because it's so fucking long. It's the longest game I've ever played in my life. And I'm currently playing Death Stranding for the channel as well. But that one's probably going to be long. But that was my first Final Fantasy game and the longest game I've ever played. So it's not a game that I'm going to jump back into just to replay it. I take all of that into account when I'm considering what is my game of the year. So it's still up there, but I don't know if it's my game, but it's definitely my most emotional game of the year. And I've cried a few times here on the channel. I cried in Armored Core 6, it's fucking max. But that story was great. Spider-Man 2 obviously was great, but Final Fantasy 16 was absolutely different. And the fact that I knew I had the community waiting for me to upload that video, so I know people is going to watch it. I don't need a lot of views. I just need a few people to tell me, hey man, I enjoyed the video. Hey, you know, I appreciate it. That's enough for me, at least right now. But the question is, which I still see, you know, I'll be on, like, you know, Twitter and the Reddits and all that shit, just trying to get, and I watch breakdown videos. I still hear both sides. I still hear people arguing about this. If Clyde is dead, Joshua is alive. Like, at the end, for me, in the way I interpreted it, Joshua died, Clive got out, Clive died at the end. That's when he turned to stone whenever he tried to use his magic and said, Jill, do you see it? Yes, I see it too. Is it? Beautiful, just fucking beautiful. Then I had the post-credit scene of the two kids centuries later, and they was reading a book, and if I'm not mistaken, it said written by Joshua, right? So in my mind, that means they both died, but now it's been so long that story has become of a fairy tale, just like we have fairy tales now about, I don't know, the Easter Bunny or whatever the fuck that we have stories about now, that at some point that was really happening. So I don't know. In my opinion, he's dead, but like, if anyone, please drop some lore down, or just your opinion of exactly what do you think happened at the end, because now going over to the DLC portion that Yoshi P announced that they would be doing a DLC. Now, what is the DLC about? Is it going to be a prequel, or is it going to be life after the events that took place, or will it be a DLC for Sid, which I would absolutely love, because Sid was by far my favorite outside of Clive. So I wonder what the DLC is going to be about, but just know we definitely gonna be playing that. That's going to be crazy. That's why I kind of wanted to maybe wait till them announce the DLC at the game. I would, in a perfect world, I would want them to announce the DLC at the Game Awards next month, which would be December 7th, which we will be doing a big Christmas stream, reaction, giveaway, whole thing. That's the end of the year party. So if you watched anything of me from this year, that's the main thing I want you to see if you can be there. It's gonna be like at 7:30 p.m. or some shit like that. It's gonna be fantastic. But anyway, there, I would imagine they're gonna have something just to set up 2024. So I think that's probably what we're gonna get, maybe like a teaser trailer or something. And I hope it's for Sid, but at this point I'll take whatever they give, but just as long as it makes sense. For me, a Sid DLC would be just absolutely fantastic. Now going over to, will this be nominated as a game of the year? When I listen to all these channels talk about game of the year, Spawn Wave, Skill Up, Baldino, Gamer, all this, just all the people that I watch gaming discussion wise, a lot of them like just don't mention Final Fantasy 16, which to me is crazy, because that game shut it down for like a week. It was all about Final Fantasy 16. Hell, even before the game came out, the Final Fantasy demo, that had the internet freaking shook. I mean, that still was like the best performing video on the channel this entire year out of all the videos that I've done, that people were so hyped and excited to see people's reactions to that fucking demo that just rocked everybody. I mean, it was brilliant. So for me, them not being nominated or them not being in the discussion for Game of the Year, it's kind of crazy. But withstanding, I know we have a lot of other games that came out this year, you know, Baldur's Gate 3, Tears of the Kingdom, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Alan Wake 2, Phantom Liberty, which I know technically doesn't count, RE4 remake, Dead Space remake. I mean, it is a countless amount of games that all deserve to be in there, but it's only 6 spots. In my opinion, Final Fantasy 16 absolutely deserves a spot. Now, will it win? Probably not. I'm thinking probably Baldur's Gate or Tears of the Kingdom. I'm actually playing through Alan Wake 2 right now off camera, which is absolutely fucking confusing. But just from the art style, the artsy-fartsy shit they use in live action, and like this and the Game Awards overlords, they certainly like those type of really once-in-a-lifetime weird artsy type games. So I think Alan Wake 2 has a really, really big shot. But I do know 2 things that should be an absolute lock for Final Fantasy 16. Best music score. I played a lot of games this year, I'm sure you have as well, that had some banging music. Armored Core 6 soundtracks, fire. Spider-Man 2 soundtrack, fire. Tears of the Kingdom soundtrack, fire. But brother, that Titan Lost Hugo Boss battle theme. What is happening? Matter of fact, in one of my Armored Core videos, I used his theme in my video. I like that shit. I mean, it's incredible. That's not even counting Clive's theme song, but the Hideaway theme, Sid's theme song. Boom, 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 boom. That's it. That's the best score of the year. It's absolutely fucking perfect, bro. I listen to it in the car sometimes when I'm taking my son to school, just on a casual day. Final Fantasy 16 should absolutely win best score. And secondly, best voice actor of the year, Ben Starr. What a gem.
Yeah, I'm Mario. You looking for Mario? Because it's a Mia. Look who it is, me, Mario. What the fuck are you looking at?
Of the gaming community. On top of him being just amazing voice actor. I mean, he's so funny and active on Twitter. He's a true gamer. He loves video games. He loves Final Fantasy 16. Like, you add all of that in one fucking pile, and Ben Starr is definitely shoe-in for voice actor of the year. Has to be. Those two has to be a fucking lock, in my opinion, no matter how you feel about the game, so on and so forth. So that's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you think. Listen, if you watched or listened to the end of this video, I appreciate you, but comment down below, let me know what you think about everything we mentioned about the Game Awards, about what the DLC could be going, and also how did you interpret the ending of Final Fantasy 16? Because in my mind, everybody is dead. It's a fairy tale now. It's a new day. He's saved for the new world, and that's it. But if they bring back Ultima in the DLC, I'm going to be kind of mad about that. Oh, would it? I don't know. Also, my birthday is November 9th, which is in a few days, so I don't know. Stop by, say hi or something. I will leave the link to the Discord down below. I think we're going to add a Final Fantasy room in the Discord, so if you want to come have a deeper discussion, please join the Discord. Follow me on X or Twitter, even though I'm trying to stay away from that freaking cesspool. It just depresses me half the time. So anyway, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, catch y'all soon. Oh, and I'm glad Clive's mama is dead.